We use a clear, transparent PVC pipe for this connecting type of ant moving. A 10 mm diameter fits in this formicarium, but the pipes can also be pushed into each other according to their size. If the tube smaller than the hole on the arena, increase it. If it is larger, then cut in it and compress. But make sure that the queen and the brood can fit through even the narrowest point. If we have previously prepared the formicarium for the ants, then remove the cap and fasten the test tube to the formicarium with a firm movement. For faster and more efficient moving, darken the new place with a dark colored piece of clothing. The first workers will soon set out to map the new arena. The larger the colony, the more efficient they are in scouting, survival and migration. We can further increase the success of their relocation if we also play with the heat a little. Two cases are possible. We can overheat the test tube and thus the colony will strive to a cooler place. Or keep the test tube at a cooler base temperature and heat the formicarium to a pleasant temperature. Thus, the ants will settle in the more pleasant warmth. I'm going to do the last one now, because with this method we won't force them as with the overheat way. On the contrary, we seduce them with a comfortable environment. Set the 7-watt heat mat to the on mark. This is less than its half efficiency. My experience is that this is the ideal temperature for such small formicariums, but if our heat mat has a different performance, or it isn't adjustable, or our room temperature is different, or we don't sure about it, we can put a thermometer on the heat mat and set the optimal temperature for the exact species. After a few hours, we can observe as the ants start to carry their brood to the darker side of the test tube. Soon we can see as the workers encourage their sisters and the queen for the moving. They pull them out with their mandibles excitedly, thus indicating to them that they have found a more suitable habitat than the current one. Unfortunately, by the end of the day, not too many results were achieved. The ants moved into a shadier part, but for now they have only settled in the connecting pipe. Now I try to cover only the formicarium or only the nest part of the formicarium to lure them inward. At the next day, the queen went into the test tube. Since I don't leave the lights on at night and it was dark everywhere, it was probably because of the humidity that she chose the test tube again. This is a game of patience, we have to keep trying. The long-awaited result came only a day later, when the colony unexpectedly moved into the nest part of the formicarium next to the humidifying sponge. At the end of the move, remove the connecting pipe from the arena and replace the closing cap. Reward the colony with some fresh food. We have seen that the connecting moving method is not the fastest solution, it can often take days. However, in contrast to the purring method, here the ants move on their own and carry their entire brood by themselves. Click for the next episode.